I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, joined this week Aaron, Ron, and Greg to get the community up to date with what's going on. How's everyone doing?
Terrific. Thank you, Josh.
Well, we'll start with Greg, and anyone who's been in Waupaca or in the downtown area knows Main Street's tore up. There's obviously something very big going on, a lot of moving parts and pieces. There's the water and the sewer, there's the street itself, there's other infrastructure, but then there's some of the additional things to enhance and make downtown look even nicer. And one of them is quote unquote a significant art project. And Greg can tell us what that means.
That's right. So the city received $25,000 from an anonymous donor who was interested in transforming downtown with a striking and significant piece of public art. Now that's a little bit vague, and that's okay. So just last week or the week before, City Council approved for competition a request for proposals, a call to artists essentially, inviting artists to submit their concepts to the city, which will then review and approve an artist to design this public art. So there's two pieces to that. One is that if you are an artist or know others who are artists, we would encourage you to let people know about this art project. $25,000, that's a lot for a public art piece. And so we're looking to attract some of the highest possible caliber in the state. This opportunity is open to any artist over the age of 18 who resides in Wisconsin. We're looking for professional artists for this. We want to make something that's really, really striking. The application deadline for anybody interested in submitting to this is July 12th by 4:30. For residents, you can expect to see something in place not this fall, but next fall. We're gonna select the artists. We're gonna select the artist and their concept by this fall with artist selection in October, and then we'll have the artist come back to Waupaca next summer and work on their piece. So we should see the unveiling before fall of 2022.
Very cool. So we're looking forward to that, and that proposal packet can be found on the city's website, cityofwaupaca.org, for those that are interested. In COVID news, we talked about last week, and we want to remind people this Friday there is a vaccination clinic at the high school, and it's geared toward two audiences. Ron?
Yeah, thanks. It's Friday, May 7th from 9 to 11. It's geared towards our 16, 17, and 18-year-old students. So our county health officials will be here on site in the library. So people that by the student entrance, they may do it outside if the weather's nice. If the weather isn't nice, it'll be in the library. And then from 11 to 1, the public is welcome to come into a walk-in clinic there and by the student entrance area into the library or outside under tents if the weather is appropriate. So we're excited to have that opportunity.
And as we near the end of the school year, a couple things we want to remind people or tell people about. One of your traditions that got overlooked last year for the senior class is back, and tell us what that is.
That's the senior walk. Some people call it the senior parade, but what it is, it's our graduating seniors all get together and walk from the WLC by the kindergarten wing across the sidewalk all the way to the middle school, and normally they go through the hallways inside. This year we're going to do it outside, but our students will be there, and we will be busing our CEC students like they previously would do, so that they can participate in this tradition as well. We're excited to have that back, and I know our students, K-12, and our staff and parents, everybody enjoys that.
And then another thing, as we look forward toward the end of the school year, summer school is around the corner. We want to remind people that's available and open for registration.
Yeah, beginning June 14th through July 23rd, I believe, are the dates. It's 5 days a week. It's just a half a day. But we will be having no-cost meals, so there'll be no cost for breakfast and lunch. And we still have openings. So if there are parents that would like to send their children to summer school, please go to their school's website and sign them up.
And then to close out, some updates from the school. This week we celebrate teachers. Next week we celebrate the school nurses.
Yes, so lots of celebrations coming on here. And this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. All of the buildings are doing a variety of different things. to celebrate the staff. And then next week is School Nurse Appreciation Week, so there'll be more activities going on there, and excited about that.
And those nurses have been busier than ever this school year, so they deserve it.
They all do. They've all been working so hard and going above and beyond, and it's really shown, and we're so proud of the work that they do.
And we'll jump to Aaron. Housing's been exploding in our area. If people have been paying attention to some of our undeveloped or underdeveloped neighborhoods, they're filling up pretty quick, and there's still demand for housing. And at the city council meeting Tuesday evening, a potential new neighborhood in the city was presented. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so our economic development specialist, Josh, his name is Andrew Dane. He presented to city council last night that the idea of a river north planning effort that will be done with Van de Waal and Associates. Van de Waal and Associates is a planning firm that really specializes in neighborhood developments. We've talked on here before about housing. I'm not going to go into that. We have seen a lot of it lately. It is interesting. Just a couple of years ago, we thought, man, we have enough empty lots at the pace we are going to last 30 years. And we are now 2 years later, we're talking about we need to be prepared for that demand to continue. And we need spots for those homes to go as these lots fill up. So that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to prepare for those people and those developers who are continuing to have interest over the next couple of years. And one area that we're looking to do that is actually in what we would call the Business and Technology Park on the east side of town. Right now, we see a lot of momentum on that east side of town in the Eastgate subdivision over by Fleet Farm. And a lot of that we feel, and just speaking to some people that have moved into those homes, are people that are moving, maybe finally taking advantage of that Highway 10 corridor, possibly working in other areas, or maybe working at our large employers here from other spots, within 45 minutes, and say, hey, we think Waupaca is a pretty good spot, and we want to move closer to where we're working and not spending so much time in the car. So because of that momentum on the east side, we've taken a hard look at that Business and Technology Park area for a couple of reasons. One of the biggest reasons is that we have infrastructure there, and it's a feasible area to look at future development for the city and for a potential developer. It also has the Waupaca River that can be tapped into. There is a segment of trail systems that can certainly add to a neighborhood type development. And there has been some natural businesses that have moved in there that over the last 10 to 15 years that kind of serve a neighborhood type development more than we would have maybe originally thought 20 years ago in that area. So we have a carousel gymnastics, we have a child care facility, we have Fox Valley Technical College, there's a physical therapy business. So things that jive pretty well with neighborhood type areas. So we're excited to move through that process and get prepared to house, no pun intended, the next housing development.
So what got approved doesn't mean the neighborhood's going to happen. It's just looking into it, studying it, and planning it out at this point.
That's correct. It's just providing a vision and a plan for that area to where we can be prepared to talk to people that are ready to pull the trigger and help them get to that next step.
Perfect. Well, Ron, Aaron, Greg, appreciate the time this week to get Waupaca up to date with all the good stuff going on.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Josh.